The life of a hermit is not so easy. It may be simple, it may be long, but never is it easy. For us mere mortals are confined to the circle of life. These sages strive to transcend the mundane. We struggle for identities, our luxuries as it were, but a hermit struggles to find the meaning of life, an answer that can be only learned when he departs from his current life. It is like a big cosmological joke after all, an answer for one's life. So you see now, a life of a hermit is not so easy. Hello everyone, this is the Holy Hermit, and welcome to another video of mine. Things have changed this time, I hope for the better. You're the judge of course, so let me know. The title of the video today is the fastest way to farm demonic essences and to get these plans. So this video will start off by giving you ideas on how to farm these recipes and also where you can get these essences as well. They both work in tandem of course. But before that, we would need to know a little bit about our gear and the build we're going to use. We'll start off by looking at our gear. Your gear should consist of three main things of course: the armor, all resistance and DPS. If you can match these stats on the screen, you're all well good to go. If you want to know more about this, of course you can watch my previous videos where I give an in-depth analysis of the gear. The next bit of course we need is a decent build, the most important part of any gameplay in Diablo 3. So the build I'm using is standard Tempest Rushing build, the one that I posted recently on my channel, so you're most welcome to have a look at that as well. Here's a little summary for you. Now we move on to the big things. Farming essences. That's the first thing we need, right? If you want to make these items, essences is a big part of it. So the place where I would suggest you to farm these essences is to go to Altaf Assassin. I will now show you a quick video on how to get to Altaf Assassin in Act 2. To get to the Altaf Assassin, simply select the Black Soulstone quest on Act 2, start the game and take the checkpoint to Desolate Sands. It is quite a big area, so you would have to, well, find the right place for you, but thanks to our Tempest Rush build, our farming build that I showed for two-handed weapons in my case works very well here. The damage buff to Tempest Rush and to the Wave of Light allows us to farm these essences quite easily, even on Monster Power 3 in my case, but as far as Monster Power goes, go for any number that is suitable for you. When you do find the location of the vault, quite simply go in there and wait for a second, you'll get the checkpoint, so next time you quit the game, you're able to continue from the same point. But getting there is where the fun begins, right? So we move on to Vault. Why choosing the Vault? Well, it has quite a lot of elites in there, a lot of elite density that is, so all you will be doing when you're in the Vault is killing the elite, ignoring the normal mobs. And of course, it is also a good change of pace from Act 3, we all farm it all the time. So why not go to Act 2, have a bit more of fun. Now we delve deeper into Altaf Assassin to understand why this is such a special place after all. I've briefly mentioned that it does have 7 to 8 elite packs there, you're almost always guaranteed to find them there. But another little secret of this area, especially for monks that is, it has a high mob density. Anytime you're running low on spirit, there are always people to hit around you. If a boss has reflect damage or any other attributes that you don't like, you can always hit other opponents. Get more spirit in the process, get that spirit for the Wave of Light, and continue killing the elite. It's a big maze, a square maze that is, but it's easy to maneuver around as well. You can easily move from one point to the other without being hindered. You can take whichever direction you want, and you can always turn back, which is a good quality this place had that most places in Act 3 lack. That's why we're choosing this over most other places in Act 3 that is. Another reason of course is this being new and refreshing. There are so many elites here, so there's no lack of elite, but it's also new gameplay here. We do get tired of playing in the same area after all, but as far as efficiency goes, this place is also second to none. As I said, high elite density means more elites you're going to kill, and they in turn will have a chance of dropping these demonic essences, even plans if you're lucky. So, moving on further with this, you can choose whichever build you want. I am using a two-handed build for Tempest Rushing, but I have shown other builds that can work very well here. If you're using two-handed weapons, a two-hander that is, another Tempest Rushing build will work for you. Speed is your key. Tempest rushing is the best way to move around from one place to the other. That's how we monks can farm so fast. So any kind of tempest rushing build in short will work good for you in this act. As I have said before, these demonic essences are a good addition to the game. They help us to craft these very powerful items that are really hard to obtain. If you want to buy an equivalent gear piece, it's going to cost you over 500 million or more. But here, if you're slightly lucky, you have a very decent chance of crafting a good item. Hence the need for these demonic essences, hence us farming Act 2 on this monster power. Now we move on to the second part of the video, farming recipes. The best place you can do that would be Act 3 boss Ghom, our dear friend, but you can also change it to Act 2 if you wish so, simply out of boredom that is. This is also equally efficient, Act 2 Maghda. Now before we say hello to our dear friend Ghom, we need to get 5 stacks of Nephilim Valor. Different people do it in different way. The most common way to do it is to go to Keep Depths level 1, make your way to 2, and kill all the elites there, and then go to 3. Kill all the elites there, get 5 stacks, and as soon as you get 5 stacks, you quite simply go and fight Ghom. What I like to do is slightly different here. I would get 2 stacks in Scarcount battlements. When I get these stacks, I'm going to go straight away to level 2, as in from take the teleport to level 1, keep depths that is, and then I'll go to level 2. Since when you arrive to Act 2, which you'll see later on in the video, the level 2 sorry, you will see a marker that will point you in the general direction. So rather than killing all the elite in level 2, I simply walk past them, or I wouldn't even go in their direction because they're all spread out, as level 2 is quite a big place. So again, the build I'm using here is two-handed weapons, as in I've got weapons in both of my hands. It's quite a confusing word really, but I have these weapons and I'm using the Tempest Rush build again. We're only on Monster Power 3, just to show you a principal idea on how you can do this. So, Tempest Rushing build works very fine. There are also other builds I've posted on my channel, builds that will start working well from Monster Power 5 way into Monster Power 10, some working from level 1, Monster Power 1 that is, to 8. You can use whichever build you want, but as far as speed goes, nothing will ever beat the Tempest Rush build. No character in all principle can run faster than a Tempest Rushing monk. So there's a build I've showed you in the video and I've talked about a few minutes ago, but here we are in level 2 where quite simply we can see the arrow pointing us the right direction. So all we're doing right now is making our way to them. We have 3 stacks right now, and I do have confidence that even if I don't find any elites here, we'll find a few in level 3. So the Tempest Rush build is another good idea because we can push enemies away. Normally you would be fighting them, but if you're after the plan, you wouldn't want to waste too much time on these mobs. All you want is the elites killed and push these mobs away, and there is no better skill than Tempest Rush in the game to get these monsters away from you. You can even stun them, you're hitting them, you're damaging them, some of them even might drop a legendary for you. Well, depending on your luck that is. But we reached level 3 now, and Ghom's giving us the dirty looks, Asmodan's trying to scare us, but we'll make our way there nonetheless. So I have 3 stacks right now, but I am looking forward to get more, so I'll just walk around the area, and since level 3 is not as big area as level 2, it's easy to find elites there. There are not as many elites here on level 3 as compared to 2, but there are elites in certain specific locations that I'm sure of. So I'll kill the first elite pack over here, and then I'll try and make my way to the second one. You may even find more along the way. It's all up to you if you wish to kill them or not. But as far as efficiency goes, I wouldn't. As soon as you get 5 stacks, your job is to get to Ghom the fastest way possible. These recipes that I mentioned earlier, I'll say a bit more about them. Every item that you wish to craft, every piece of armor that is, has 4 different stats to it. Intelligence, strength, dexterity and armor. And they will randomly drop of course, so the quicker you kill these guys, the baddies that is, the more plans will drop for you, the more chance that is. In this whole video you've seen I haven't had any luck so far, but this is me for you. But the whole idea is to show you the principle, and the principle does work. The principle of you being able to farm these things the fastest way. So we are making our way to Ghom now, and we're going to use the Wave of Flight again to defeat the boss. You see this elite pack over here, but I completely chose to ignore them because they'll take too much of my time. Well, I'm using two-handed weapons now, two-handers as in, I'm using a dagger and an echoing fury. If I had a Tempest Rush build with a two-hander, something like a Scorn, then I wouldn't even stop to regain my spirit. So the choice is all up to you. And we fight Ghom now on monster power 3, and all we use to defeat him is Wave of Flight. As soon as the spirit expires, we quite simply gain it back by using Infused with Life, and as soon as it hits a high, we hit him again, and we hit him hard as always. If your resistances are too low, use the Tempest Rush, walk away from the gas cloud, make him come to you, and you'll be able to dispatch him easily. So Ghom's about to die for us. Unfortunately, he didn't drop anything for me. Well, he rarely does in my case. Him and I have a history that goes back a very long time ago. But this is Ghom for you anyways on Monster Power 3. And here we were trying to find a recipe. So this was a video for you. I'll sum it all up for you now. The best way to upgrade your gear, your armor set, is to craft these items. They're way better than anything you'll be able to buy from auction house for the stats they're able to roll. You all need demonic essences to craft these items. You can farm them in Act 2 by fighting in Altaf Assassin, killing all the elites. If you want to farm the plants that will help you to make these items, you can do so in Act 3 Ghom, and you can also do a similar thing in Act 2 when you fight Maghda. This has been the Holy Hermit for you. I hope you liked this video of mine. I've made a few changes to it, almost like a presentation style if you will. The whole idea is to make things a lot clearer, rather than cluttering things when you're watching the video. There are little remarks that you can see before and after the video. I hope you like it, and if you don't, please let me know. Your opinions always matter, and I'm here to make these videos for you. So I hope you all have a nice day ahead. I'm out now. Thanks ever so much for listening. Bye.